I'm making a presentation on everything that you need to know about emails and you haven't learned already in kindergarten. I will make the presentation in two parts. First, of course, the first part, and following this, the second part. Hopefully you'll stay until the end. Sorry for making two clips, but I wanted to do it like this. Okay. I like the title of this book. It inspired me. Okay. So the aim of the presentation to give you an exhaustive list of what you need to know about email. I'll put everything in here. So everything you need to know about emails from my perspective. But you should already know most of the things, so I don't expect that you will see, oh, okay, 50 things I learned from this. No, I expect if you get one idea or two, I'm happy with this. You should already know most things. Okay, first things about email. Try to reply promptly. Okay, some emails you can't handle in 1 second, but you should say, okay, I can't reply to you in detail, but I will send an answer these days, this week, this month, whatever. What is promptly depends. It depends on your way of seeing things. To people, some people promptly could mean 10 minutes. To some people it can mean 1 day. It's your choice, but try to reply as promptly as you can, be it 10 minutes or 1 day. When you create an email, you should consider starting with the purpose. Okay, I want to write an email. What do I want? What message do I want to send off? Because if you do this, you'll have a way of structuring your email. So the first thing to do, okay, I want with this email to do, say, this and this. I want to have a broad message of, okay, about the subject line. This is very important because some people might just look at the subject line and decide whether they open the email or not. And if it's something urgent, consider writing it. If you wait for a reply, you can mention this. If you need a meeting request, specify, because people will understand that this is an urgent email. If you need the sign up or something like this, consider writing about this. Avoid using a lot of exclamation points, and don't write too many words or too few words in it. If you want to write the subject line email, nobody will understand. If you write a long sentence, perhaps a few people will read it. So try to find the balance between short and long, and don't use a lot of exclamation points. Okay, let's say you remember, some person wrote me an email, and you search for it. Okay, you look it up. Then you see, okay, I got, that was the email. Okay, I found the email. Okay, I want to say something to this person. Okay, the first thing you might want to be inclined to do is hit reply. Okay, I see this email, I read it, I remember the person, I hit reply and I say what I want. Don't do this ever. If the topic is related to what the person has previously said, okay, you can reply, whatever. But if you want to start a new conversation with the person, don't hit reply, because if you hit reply, there will be 1 or 2 emails or whatever number of emails on a topic, and you reply to one email, and when you reply, even if you should have created a new topic, you just add to that topic. No, avoid this. Find an email, open it, but click. There is an option to change the subject line. You can see it in here. On the other hand, this is the exactly opposite. If someone writes to you 5 emails on a specific thread, on a specific topic, don't click edit subject and change the subject, because this shouldn't happen. In Gmail, it won't be aligned of the same conversation. So if it's the same topic, don't change the email subject, but if it's a different topic, do change the subject line. Okay, let's say you see in that image someone wrote something and you see, oh, I will correct it, I made you a text. This is not nice, because the person, if they say, if I made you a video, okay, that's one message. If you edit it and write, I made you a text or a song or whatever, and you change that thing, the message is misquoted. How should you structure the email? Okay, you should think of a subject line. You should consider working on the intro and the greeting. Then there's the body of the email, an ending phrase, something like a salutation, and finally a signature. These are all important. Perhaps I don't have that many tips on the salutation. It's hello, hi, dear, whatever. I will talk some things about body and greeting. I talked about subject line, and perhaps I'll mention something about signature. You could consider right at the beginning of the email, at the greeting intro, saying something nice. How are you? How's the weather? How are things going? I liked the thing that that recently happened. Saying something nice could be a good intro for the email, or asking a question. You can make it very personal, like, okay, I saw you last week doing so, and it impacted me in the way that, okay, you can make it very personal. Oh, I saw you there and you are nice, and how about we whatever. The main point, in some situations, let's say you write a long email, perhaps the person will not, oh, that's a long email, I'll read it tomorrow. But if you write a single sentence at the very top of the message in bold, just one row or something, a single sentence, you could make the email, okay, the person wants to read about this and they want this call to action. Good, I know what they want. I will read it or not, but at least I know with just one sentence what's the main point of the email, and this is a good strategy. At some point you might want to write a longer email. For example, I make audits and I make a very long audit, and in this case I will write, okay, why this email? What's the point of this? Why am I making this? Consider mirroring. What's mirroring? Let's say a person sends you an email in a certain tone of voice. They might be formal or informal. They might be writing long messages. They might be short messages, whatever. Try to see and adjust to the person. For example, if you ask them, how are you? And they say a long reply and they ask you, okay, how are you? Don't say, I'm fine. Okay. If they want to address you with sir and madam, don't say, how are you? Are all good with you? Okay. Consider mirroring their point of view. Always think, is it clear enough? Have I said enough so that the message is well understood? Consider thinking about this and adjusting if it's the case. You should avoid sending lots of emails. At some point it might be clear, okay, there will be further steps in communication. So for example, I want to launch a website. What's it about? This. Okay, what pages? This. Okay, what do you want to put? Okay, you could ask a lot of questions in one email and receive a lot of answers. There are other ways than email that you can do this, but if you prefer to do it by email, try to anticipate. Okay, I want to make a website. I will need some things. I will need some pages. I will need some content. Make right from the beginning, because I want to make a website. What's it about? So and so. What's the main topic? This. What are the pages? This. Okay, it will take forever to do this, and perhaps the email in this case is not even the best option. But if you want to do it by email, ask for the beginning. Look, 20 questions that will help you better determine what I should, how we should make the website. Be concise. Okay, not much to be said here, but actually, Mark Twain had a saying. Something like in the lines of, I wrote you a long email because I didn't have the time to write you a short one. Because it's not hard to write a long email or message or letter, but it's very, very hard to spend time trying to reduce the content to a minimum. This is harder. Being concise is harder than writing long emails. Consider using short paragraphs. This might be a good idea to use short paragraphs that make it easy to scan, but see this example for ChatGPT. In that case, even if there are a lot of sentences, it's still worthwhile to put it in a single paragraph, because it makes it relevant. The whole paragraph is relevant to the audience, even if it looks long, okay? But keep it in a paragraph because the sentences are related one to another. Now, if that block of text would be 5 times bigger, of course, you would have to break it no matter what. Even if it makes sense to be in the same paragraph, okay, I still need to break it. Look at this email. This is a sample. Ignore what it writes in there. But it has some titles, and I made it in bold, and it makes it easy to scan. I read the email. Okay, this is chapter 1, 2, 3, bold, numbered, and so on. How about emojis? You can use it, you can use them. They might so the aim of the emoji is to soften the message, to okay, I'm friendly, happy. Okay, you can use them, but don't overuse them. Don't write a lot of emojis, and do consider that some people might consider them unprofessional. So it's a balance. Okay, some people they're very emotional, and they bring some emotion to messages, but to other people they might be unprofessional. You should avoid yelling. I don't have much thing to add here. At some point you'll need to ask yourself, does this belong to an email? Because sometimes it's better to just pick up the phone or meet with someone rather than write an email. You should always consider emails as public, not private. You send an email, oh, but it's private, I send it just to you. No, consider it public information. Treat email as public, not private. Try to include deadlines. If it's the case, consider adding a deadline into the message. And if you use AI to help you write the message, which I don't think is wrong, but consider reviewing it before sending it. I will come back with part number 2.